Good morning. This is Debbie with the Food Prepping channel, and I've got this recipe on my channel 2 or 3 times, but I'm gonna show y'all again. I am going to fix cornbread and pinto beans. In the video before this, I showed you how I fixed pinto beans in my Ninja Foodie, and it was what's for dinner. I had smothered hamburger steak with mushrooms and mashed potatoes and pinto beans and applesauce and Hawaiian rolls with gravy or whatever. And that was for dinner for my kids, my daughter and my grandchildren or whatever. And so I was going to do a thing on 3 ways to use pinto beans. Well, this is the second way. I love them as like a side dish with cornbread and all, but this time I'm going to actually fix what my grandmother called mush. It's cornbread and pinto beans and the pot liquor or whatever from the pinto beans and the soup or whatever from the pinto beans. And so what I'm going to do is, I've never measured before, so I really don't know how I'm going to do this, but I've got my cornmeal right here. I got these things that, let's see, I got these containers. I've got 5 of them on top of my microwave, and I've got one with sugar, one with all-purpose flour, one with self-rising flour, one with bread flour, and then one with cornmeal. So I'm going to go on and I'm going to measure this, and I'm going to say, all right, there's 1 cup. I just always pour it in. I don't really measure, so I'm going to kind of do it. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to go 2.5 cups of cornmeal. All right, and then while I'm doing this, I have got in my oven my cast iron skillet. This was my grandmother's. I've told y'all this before. This cast iron skillet's over 100 years old. I've got it. It's seasoned perfectly, but I always put, when I make cornbread, I always put oil in it and leave it in the oven for about 30 minutes on 425 until that oil gets really hot. Well, today I'm using Crisco. I bought some Crisco, and I'm going to use that to put in this cornmeal as the oil or whatever in there. All right, the next thing I'm going to do, so I've got 2.5 cups of cornmeal in here. The next thing I'm going to put in here is 2 eggs. All right. All right, and then I'm going to put, I've got this Buttermilk, cultured low-fat buttermilk, 1% milk fat. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with buttermilk because I usually do my milk with vinegar and make buttermilk that way. But I'm going to go on and put, well, this buttermilk's thick. I'm going to go on and put 1 cup of buttermilk in here. And let me stir this up and see if it's enough with the eggs. No, it's not. So I'm going to have at least 2 cups of buttermilk in here. Well, this is the first time I've bought buttermilk in a long time, and it is really, really thick. Alright. You always want to let your cornbread mix sit for a few minutes. That's still not enough. All right, so I'm going to try half a cup in here. That ought to be enough. All right. There, so it's two and a half cups of corn milk, 2.5 cups of buttermilk, and 2 eggs. And I can't remember. I think I get Martha White cornmeal. Let me get a spoon over here. Now I'll get this spatula. Make sure that I've got this all mixed up down in the bottom and on the sides. See, I would have thought without the spatula I had it stirred up, but I didn't. Now it is, and all right, you see the consistency of it now. It's really thick. All right, now I've got to go get my pan, my cast iron skillet out of the oven, and I will bring it in here, and I will show y'all what I'm going to do, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, now this is really up to its smoke point because it was smoking as I got it out. Now y'all listen. All right, so I put the extra Crisco in here, and I'm going to stir it up and get that all in here. That's going to make it come together, and it's going to be so good. All right, now, when I pour this into my Crisco pan, my cast iron skillet with the Crisco in it, it's going to form a layer in here that's going to be crispy when I take this cornmeal out of here. And that's what you want. Can you hear it? It's frying in this pan, and that's going to make the crispy crust that you want in there when you get your cornbread out. And the Crisco seasons the pan, but it also seasons the cornbread too. I usually just use oil, Wesson vegetable oil or something like that, but I decided that I wanted to use Crisco on some. Now I'm going to put this in my oven. I would say my oven's on 425. I've already preheated it, of course, and I would say this is going to be in there for probably 20 to 25 minutes. I'll let you know exactly how long it takes, and I will bring you back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. All right, now right here's my cornbread. I'm going to try to get this. Well, I know it's not going to stick, but oh, turn over. Oh, there it is. Well, there is my perfect cornbread. Look at that, y'all. Isn't that amazing? All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up some pieces, because while it's hot, I like to cut some pieces so the butter melts in here. I've got my pinto beans and the soup right there. And here's the bowl that I'm going to put those in. I've got mashed potatoes and my hamburger steak, the last of my leftovers, in the oven, in the microwave. So I'm going to get all this together, butter some cornbread, and I will bring you right back. Okay, so here's my cornbread in the bowl. I'm going to get the beans on it. And I tasted this cornbread. I had to taste it. I don't remember. I think I've always used milk. I don't know. I guess I surely I have used buttermilk in my cornbread before, but it seems like it's been a really long time. But this is absolutely the fluffiest cornbread that I've ever made. It just sounds so good when I cut it. It's just crispy, and this is going to be so good. This is going to remind me so much of when I was growing up and my grandma would fix me this. All right. Now let me get this situated in my other plates out here, and I'll bring you back and we'll taste this. Okay, y'all. All right, so here's my beans and my cornbread. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Now this is not sweet cornbread. We just, in here where I live, we just don't make sweet cornbread. That's Jiffy Mix, and that's for things like, what do I use Jiffy Mix for? Chili beans, I guess. But I really don't use Jiffy Mix very much because I like my real cornbread. All right, now here's my, make sure you can get this. Yep. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I wish y'all could taste this. It's so good. This cornbread is so good. Oh my gosh. And then I've got my leftovers. Let me show you. What I don't eat, Sugar's gonna love. My dog. Sugar gets all the leftovers. And this is my leftover hamburger steak that I fixed. And my mashed potatoes. That's it. I'm out of it. It's Sunday afternoon now. I made this on Friday afternoon, so I've had 2 days of leftovers of this. So now, tomorrow it'll be time to fix something else. Oh my gosh. Y'all have got to try this. Fix a big pot of pinto beans and a big thing of cornbread. Put your cornbread in your bowl and then put your beans and your soup over that cornbread. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Good old Southern cooking right here. Alright, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Look below for links to my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram. Also, there'll be things that, links to things that I use in my kitchen that you can purchase it at Amazon. The links go straight to it. Some of them have discounts, some don't. Some are just, like I said, just the things that I use in my kitchen more than anything. So I hope y'all have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.